The year was 2005. The Gulf of Mexico, usually calm and inviting, churned with an ominous energy. Hurricane Milton was brewing, growing stronger by the hour. It was a monster storm, already a Category 3, and it was heading straight for the Sunshine State. Across Florida, from the vibrant cities to the tranquil coastal towns, a sense of unease settled in. Meteorologists tracked Milton's every move, their faces grim as they predicted a possible Category 4 at landfall. Evacuation orders were issued for low-lying areas, and residents nervously watched the news, hoping against hope that the storm would veer away. Supermarkets were jammed with people stocking up on essentials: water, batteries, canned goods. The air crackled with tension. Lines of cars snaked out of cities as those who could heed the evacuation warnings. Others, their roots planted deep in the Florida sand, chose to ride out the storm, seeking shelter in reinforced homes or designated evacuation centers. The hours ticked by, each one bringing Milton closer. The calm before the storm was palpable, heavy with a mixture of fear and quiet determination. Hurricane Milton roared ashore in the early hours, a terrifying symphony of wind and water. Its fury was relentless. Category 4 winds, exceeding 140 miles per hour, tore through towns and cities, ripping roofs off houses and flinging debris like missiles. The storm surge, a wall of water pushed by the hurricane's force, swallowed coastal communities whole. The once familiar landscape was now unrecognizable. Power lines lay tangled on flooded streets, cutting off electricity to millions. Roads were impassable, transformed into raging rivers. The storm raged for what felt like an eternity, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. When the storm finally subsided, an eerie silence descended. The sun peeked through the receding storm clouds, revealing the full extent of Milton's wrath. Homes were reduced to rubble, businesses were flattened, and beloved landmarks were scarred beyond recognition. The air was thick with the smell of salt water, wet wood, and the faint but unmistakable odor of disaster. Amidst the devastation, stories of resilience and the unyielding human spirit began to emerge. In the small coastal town of Seaside, an elderly couple, the Millers, clung to each other as the storm surge ripped their house from its foundations. They rode out the storm on a piece of floating debris, their hope flickering like a fragile flame. Miraculously, they were rescued by the Coast Guard, battered but alive, a testament to the will to survive. In Pensacola, a young doctor, Sarah Thompson, volunteered at a makeshift clinic set up in a school gymnasium. Working tirelessly, she treated the injured, comforted the frightened, and provided a beacon of hope in the darkest of hours. Stories like these, of courage, compassion, and sheer luck, began to filter out of the disaster zone, reminding the world that even in the face of unimaginable loss, the human spirit could endure. Section 4. The Power of Unity. Community Response. As the initial shock subsided, the true spirit of Florida shone brighter than ever. Neighbors helped neighbors dig out from the rubble, sharing food, water, and words of encouragement. First responders, many of whom had lost their own homes, worked tirelessly, rescuing those trapped and providing medical attention. The disaster relief effort was massive and immediate. The National Guard arrived with heavy equipment to clear roads and aid in search and rescue operations. Organizations like the Red Cross and the Salvation Army mobilized volunteers and resources, setting up shelters and providing food, water, and medical supplies. Donations poured in from across the country, a testament to the empathy and generosity of the American people. Section 5. Picking up the pieces, the road to recovery. The road to recovery was long and arduous. Millions were left homeless, living in temporary shelters or with relatives. The task of rebuilding homes, businesses, and lives seemed overwhelming. Yet the people of Florida persevered, their resilience fueled by a shared sense of purpose and community. The federal government stepped in with billions of dollars in aid, providing grants and loans to help individuals and businesses get back on their feet. Construction crews worked around the clock, clearing debris, restoring power, and rebuilding infrastructure. Slowly but surely, signs of progress began to emerge. Section 6. The Enduring Spirit of Florida, Lessons Learned. Hurricane Milton was a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature. But it also revealed the extraordinary capacity of the human spirit to overcome adversity. The storm taught valuable lessons about disaster preparedness, the importance of early warning systems, and the need for resilient infrastructure. More importantly, it underscored the power of community, the strength found in unity, and the enduring spirit of humanity. As Florida rebuilt, it did so with a renewed appreciation for the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. The scars of Hurricane Milton may remain, but so too will the indomitable spirit of its people, a testament to the resilience of the human heart.